Hey guys, so I'm just gonna get right into it today. Basically, I wanted to talk about the Day of Silence, which I participated in today. And I know the actual Day of Silence that is like directly from the organization was Friday, I think. But my school does it on a different day just so that we can have a ceremony thing during a free period that everyone has at the end of the day. So basically, if you don't already know, the Day of Silence is a day to honor and kind of imitate the suffering and pain that comes along with being closeted as a member of the rainbow community. Um, and it's done by people who are in the gay community and its allies. And basically, um, there is a lot of like controversy over this, which I totally understand. I understand both of the sides very well. Um, and basically, a lot of people feel like it's not fair for like there's a few reasons. So just to list a few, like some mostly straight people feel as though because we're creating a day completely focusing on the needs of people of the gay community, that we're not doing them justice because it kind of alienates them as a separate group rather than making them equal. And I get that. But to counter that, to make a group that is not currently equal, we have to acknowledge that they are not being treated the same way. And to make someone equal, it doesn't mean that they are necessarily receiving the same acknowledgement. And like, I know that doesn't sound right, but like, we can't ignore the fact that they have problems. And if we try to treat them as if they are experiencing the same thing as straight cis people, that's not really fair to them because they're not. And I think it's really important to acknowledge as an ally or as a member of the community that you know what they're going through is hard, and to like support them and to remind them that there are people there for them. Which brings me to my second point, which is that a lot of members of the gay community feel as though it's not fair because the people of the LGBT plus community are already silenced in society. Like, they already have society telling them, well, shush about your problems because it's like not appropriate or whatever. And I get that, and I totally respect that. But I don't think the people who feel that way 100% understand the sentiment behind it, because to me, the Day of Silence is a day for straight people who are participating to try to understand what it feels like to never be able to say what you want to say, because a lot of times closeted people feel like they can't say everything that's on their mind and feel like they can't participate in things because it would out them. And that's a hard thing. And straight people really do not have that problem. So I think for straight people, or straight cis people, I'm sorry, I'm like very tired. But it's a day for people who aren't part of the community to like begin to get like the slightest, like, this is not 100% what the people in the community go through, because this is an everyday 24/7 thing for them, but it just one day is so hard to get through. And I think for straight people, it proves to them that like being in the closet is not easy, and it helps them get a better understanding of what closeted people are going through. And for the gay people, it kind of, if you are closeted and you're gay and you're doing it, and when I say gay, I do mean trans people. I'm not trying to like overlook the fact that they're in the community too, but when I say gay, I just mean including everyone in the LGBT plus community. But for them to be doing it, if they're closeted, it kind of supports other closeted members, if that makes sense. And if you are an out LGBT plus community member, you are showing support for your fellow LGBT members who are not out yet, and you're showing them that it, like, they have support because, to bring this back to my experience today, my GSA group at school does a breaking the silence ceremony. I don't know if other schools do that. I don't even know if a lot of schools like even have this as like a set thing within the school, but the GSA basically invites people who participated and signed up for the Day of Silence to come to a little breaking the silence ceremony at the end of the day, and basically everyone comes in and they stand up in a microphone if they want to, and they say why they think the Day of Silence is so important to them. And I didn't know what it was going to be like because I've never participated in the ceremony before, but being there, it really proved to me how important it is for some people to do this, because there were a lot of straight people who were there doing it who, like, 100% benefited from the experience and really got a better understanding of what LGBT plus members go through. And for the gay people participating in it, they got up, and some of them actually felt comfortable enough to come out for the first time to a group of people, which I thought was really beautiful. And there was so much support in the room because some people were telling really sad stories about what they were going through at home and what their friends had said to them about doing the Day of Silence today. And there was so much support in the room that I really don't think it's a bad thing to have this. And 100%, like, if you do not want to participate in it, whether you're gay or straight and cis or whatever, like, if you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to. You, like, should not feel bad for not wanting to participate for whatever reason, unless you're, like, a homophobe or transphobic or whatever, in which case you should feel bad. But if you're not participating, but you know you're an ally, or you know that you are, like, supportive of that group for whatever reason, that's fine. But for some people, it's really important for them to participate in it because a lot of people do not have a lot of support from their friends, and doing it and having a kind of community within the Day of Silence, it really, really did help some people, I noticed, throughout the room, and it gave like a good space for discussion. And yeah, I know that some people like aren't gonna agree that it's the best way to do things, but I think it gives a really good idea to just the whole school in general that, like, being quiet about who you are as a person is not easy. It's hard, and it gives the actual community of people that you're supporting the feeling of support. Like, they had everyone, like, even if you weren't participating in the Day of Silence, they had people wear purple, and there was a lot of purple throughout the school, and I saw some of my teachers wearing purple, and all of that was just, like, really nice. I don't know. It, like, showed a lot of support for the community, and I thought that was really good. So I can't help but feel like criticizing the Day of Silence is, like, the best thing, because maybe you don't want to do it, and that's fine, but it helps some people, and I think that's really important. And I don't think it's inherently evil for silencing people, because it's an intentional thing that people are choosing to do, and it's a day where they get to control their silence and even make a bigger statement with their silence. So yeah, like, sometimes silence is louder than words, if a lot of people come together and do it. Yeah, I'm sorry this was so long. I'm just, like, I really care about this. I've been doing it for the past, like, 3 years, and it's been a pretty positive experience for me so far. Yeah, so comment section. I'm sorry this is so long. Like, I didn't mean to talk this long. But if you have any stories about the Day of Silence, or if you have a GSA group or anything, if you want to tell me anything about this topic, please tell me in the comments. I love talking about this. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.